Hello everyone, welcome back to Paula's Kitchen. We're in season 4 and we're on episode 4, and today we are so close to picnic and potluck season, graduations, all kinds of outdoor activities. I thought the best thing we could do is make a one-dish casserole that you can even make ahead and freeze and then bake it the day of and run. It is a famous thing across the whole South. It is called King Ranch Chicken Casserole. And no, it doesn't really have anything to do with the King Ranch. If you've heard of them, they're in South Texas. They're one of the biggest cattle operations in the world. But that is the name of the recipe, and it is in just about every cookbook across Texas and the South. So, what's in the King Ranch Chicken Casserole? I'm guessing it's chicken. Over here we've got some cooked chicken. We're also going to throw in some veggies. We've got a nice green pepper and a nice sweet onion, which we're going to saute in some olive oil. Then, to make a wonderful sauce for our casserole, we have some tomatoes and green chilies. We have some cream of chicken soup, salt, pepper, chili powder, and garlic powder. And then we're going to layer it with corn tortillas and some cheddar cheese, and we are making 3 layers. I can't wait to try this. It actually comes from the Southern Living website, and big shout out to our friend Dave in Oklahoma who sent us the recipe a long time ago, and I'm finally getting to make it. And then, just to make it a little bit more special, check this out. We got this at the end of last year from Ronit and Gabriel in Mexico City. They came to visit Las Vegas. This is apparently Mexico's #1 tequila, and we're going to have margaritas with our wonderful Tex-Mex one-dish meal. All right, one other piece of business before we get started, and that is this. Guess where I got this? Cameraman extraordinaire Dale bought me this downtown when we did our Golden Nugget staycation. How cool is this for Vegas theming? I'm all inspired to cook. Let's make casserole. All right, folks, let's talk prep. First of all, I have a 13x9 pan. I'm using a glass one, and I just lightly grease that. I'm going to set that aside. You already saw that I cut up a green pepper and an onion. I just coarsely chopped them. Now let's talk about the chicken. Recipe calls for 2 cups of cooked chicken. The easiest way to do this, go to the store and buy a rotisserie chicken, cut it up, done, which is exactly what I did. They're kind of small at my grocery store, and it pretty much took the whole chicken, but here we go. I got 2 cups, so I'm good with that. Now, if you want to boil it, bake it, if you have leftovers, whatever, that's all fine too, as long as you get 2 cups worth. Alrighty, done with that. Now, next step is the instructions tell me that I need a dozen of these corn tortillas, and I'm going to make 3 layers, so that means 4 go in each layer. And it says to tear them in 1-inch pieces. I don't know how I would tear them and do a good job, so you know what? I'm going to cut them. I'm going to cheat a little bit. But I'm basically just going to cut, that makes about 4 across and 4 across. And they're good enough. So that's, I got myself 3 little cereal bowls, and toss these babies in, and that's going to be one of the layers. The recipe says that these get very soft and lovely and really add just a wonderful punch to this layered casserole. So I'll tell you what, Dale and I are really excited about this. All right, let me get the other 2 sets ready, and then I got to get out a saute pan. I'll see you in a minute. Got my saucepan ready. I just turned the fire on medium-high, and I'm going to just measure out 2 tablespoons of oil, and we're going to saute our green pepper and onion for about 5 minutes, and that's going to kind of start our layering of the flavors. So this is one nice generous green pepper. Just picked up at the grocery store yesterday. And my favorite sweet onion, one of those as well. So I was reading about this recipe in the Southern Living, and of course we'll put the recipe and the link to Southern Living website in the description box. But I was reading that it is, nobody actually knows who invented it, but it is so popular across Texas in particular that First Lady Bird Johnson used to have it served at their Texas ranch back in the day, which is kind of cool. It's got a long history, and they said that it's been printed in junior league cookbooks throughout the South. What makes it unique from other chicken casseroles, though, is this Tex-Mex treatment that we're going to be doing. So this is the only thing that we do on the stove, actually. We're just going to brown these vegetables a little bit, soften those up, and then we're dumping everything else in. So I'm going to see you in 5 minutes. I have turned my oven on 350 degrees. This is going to have just a quick bake, a 30-minute bake. Meanwhile, my veggies are softening up in my frying pan. And we are ready now to layer in everything. Oh, there went my oven. Layer in everything that's going into our wonderful casserole. First of all, the 2 cups of chicken go in. And then it calls for 1 can of cream of chicken soup and 1 can of cream of mushroom. I have a guy that's allergic to mushrooms, so I'm just going to do 2 cans of cream of chicken, and I think that'll be fine. The cream soups, of course, are just a classic that we add to so many casseroles. What did we ever do without them? There's one. And here's my other one. I think I told you before, our grocery store has a wonderful, I want to say Mexican section. It's really, really well stocked. So, Rotel Original, diced tomatoes and green chilies. In they go. And then, spices and seasoning. 1 teaspoon of chili powder. 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 2 pinches of pepper. And 2 pinches of garlic powder. So, if you've seen me cook before, folks, these are my little measuring spoons from Mia. A pinch is apparently a 1/16 of a teaspoon, so 2 pinches is an 1/8 of a teaspoon. All right, let me clean my spoon off here. Give this a great big stir, and then it comes off the fire. That's the end of that. There's no cooking involved. The cooking and warming actually happens in the oven. So this is a very colorful and interesting looking dish already. So the 3 layers are going to be the corn tortillas, then our meat and vegetable filling, and then last we're going to be topping with the shredded cheddar cheese. And we'll be doing that 3 times. So the next time you see me, I'm going to be set up with my 13x9 pan, and we are going to be making layers. Layering time. So I'm going to grab one of my cereal bowls full of my little corn tortillas, and I have a lightly greased 13x9 pan, as I said. So I'm just going to sort of lay those on the bottom as my bottom layer. It says on the website you can call this a Tex-Mex lasagna. Okay. These kind of take the place of the noodles, I guess. All right, so sort of just cover the bottom here, and then I need to take about 1/3 of my chicken filling and put that on the top without disturbing these guys, I guess. So we'll do our best. I have to say this looks really festive with the red, white, and green. So I can't be too generous because I'm not going to have enough for my other layers. So I got to spread that out a little bit. Those of you that live in the South, you'll have to let us know if you've ever made the King Ranch chicken casserole, and what do you think? All right, so I have 2 cups in total of cheddar. So this is 2/3 of a cup goes on the first layer. And that package, that 8-ounce package, is basically 2 cups. So I'm going to end up using the whole package. Layer number 1 done. All right, I'm just gonna hurry up and do the rest, okay? And I'll see you when I've got them all done. Done. I won't say my layers were perfect. Actually, it's probably not all flattened out, but you know what? It's going to cook and bubble in the oven, and I think it's going to flatten out, and hopefully we're going to have a nice little cheesy crust on the top. We shall see. 30 to 35 minutes in the oven it goes. I'll see you when it's done. It's time for our Tex-Mex fiesta. Our King Ranch chicken casserole is out of the oven and on our plates. What do you think?
It smells so good. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of elementary school. It was like a dish we got in it immediately, you know how smells can invoke things?
They do.
It immediately came back to me, elementary school. So I can't wait to try it.
King Ranch chicken casserole. We've all had chicken casseroles all through our lives, but this is a very cool combination, and I sort of love the corn tortilla thing.
It's very hot.
It's very hot, yes.
Oh. Elementary school. Wow. Wow, that is so good.
It is really good.
Oh, that is unbelievably good.
We always film these on Sundays. It's Sunday afternoon. All we had was a muffin for breakfast. I am going to clean my plate. That is a promise. Oh my gosh, that's good. Let me have a little piece of a corn tortilla now. Wow. As you saw, it comes out of the oven looking beautiful. And I have it on good authority. It freezes well. Great leftover.
And we are having this.
Gran Centenario Reposado. I made us a couple of margaritas.
Now, who gave this to us?
This was from Ronit and Gabriel. They came at the end of last year from Mexico City and gifted us that. We never opened it
Never
till
opened
today.
it, never tried it.
I looked it up, and it is Mexico's #1 tequila from the mountains of Jalisco.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh. Oh.
Isn't that
wow.
good?
That is really good.
That is really good.
Plus, we got a little fruit cup going
Little
here.
Fruit cup. I thought it would sort of offset the chilies. Not that this is hot.
No, it's not a hot
It's
dish.
not a hot dish at all. It just has a pop that's delicious.
Oh, I tell you what, it is 2 thumbs up. It is really that good.
It is really that good. I am cleaning my plate. One more bite on camera.
All right, my friends, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification button. Paula, is there anything else you want to tell these folks before we take off?
I want to say thank you to Dave for the recipe. Big thumbs up. We'll make this again for sure. And thank you to the folks from Mexico for the tequila.
Try this. You'll love it. Hope you had a good time. We'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye, everybody.